Having recently moved to the U.S. from Ireland, Phoebe Prince had been taunted and bullied for several months by at least two separate groups of students at South Hadley High School, reported because of disputes with other girls over her brief relationship with a senior high school football player and a second male student. Her aunt had allegedly warned school officials in August 2009, prior to Prince's enrollment at the school, to watch after Prince as she was susceptible to bullying and had been bullied in Ireland. On January 14, 2010, after a day of harassment and taunting, followed by a final incident in which a student threw a can at her from a passing car, she walked home from the school. Prince committed suicide by hanging herself in the stairwell leading to the second floor of the family apartment. Her body was discovered by her 12-year-old sister. After her death, many crude comments about her were posted on her Facebook memorial page, most of which were removed. Her parents chose to have Prince interred in Ireland.
Tyler Clementi was an 18-year-old boy from Ridgewood, New Jersey. Tyler was a talented violinist who could have now been one of the best musicians. Tyler Clementi jumped off the George Washington Bridge after posting his Facebook status saying that he was going to do so. This happened after one of his roommates posted an inappropriate video of him online. This was also after many years of being taunted for being homosexual. The cause of his terrible act was bullying, and the effect was beyond all others: the death of another. 8% of all teens that are bullied try to commit suicide. This means that if every kid at our school was bullied, then 120 of them would try to kill him or herself.
Megan Meyer was a typical 14-year-old girl from Missouri. She suffered bullying in the past for no apparent reason. To gain self-confidence, her parents allowed her to set up a MySpace page. Little did they know what was in store. A boy named Josh Evans started complimenting her photos on MySpace for days. Then one day he unexpectedly started posting cruel comments like the world would be a better off place without you. This lowered Megan's self-esteem to nothing. This caused her to hang herself minutes later in her closet. This boy turned out to be a woman 4 houses down from them who still believes she did nothing wrong. 1 out of every 4 kids is bullied, and 1 out of every 5 kids admits to being a bully.
The types of bullying are verbal, physical, intimidation, indirect, social alienation, and cyberbullying.
Every 7 minutes, a child is bullied. Why people bully? To attract attention, to feel like they achieve something, because they think they are superior to the victim, or they have a social insecurity.
How to prevent bullying. Learn how to recognize bullying. When you see bullying occur, report it and educate people about the consequences of bullying.
Bullying is a serious issue, and it can and should be stopped. All it takes is one person to start a movement. All you have to do is stop. Stop bullying. What if it were you who caused this? Wouldn't you feel terrible? The next time you think about saying something hurtful, think about the consequences that it could have on the victim. If someone had just stepped up and reached out a hand, Megan Meyer, Tyler Clementi, Phoebe Prince, and many others could still be alive.